good win tonight against Eastview. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, it's always fun to be on this side of the ledger board, obviously. You know, we've been in some tight games and we just haven't found a way to finish. And tonight we accomplished that goal to play a full, complete 4 quarters and just do our job to the best of our ability.
Changes in quarterback, any decisions why Eston didn't go in, split the game with Misker?
You know, we're always just trying to find the best way to accentuate each person's skill set. And when someone gets hot, you kind of ride them out, right? But Eston's still a very good quarterback, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can continue to do both this year and in the future.
What changes did you make after last week with the defensively struggles into this week?
Yeah, and I hope that people saw some changes this week. We just asked people to do one very simple job as hard as they possibly could for 5 seconds, and that was kind of the theme, and made a difference.
So we heard a lot of names tonight out there. Any specific shout outs? We had Cody Akins for multiple yardage. It sounded like Zach Carr is another one. Anybody else?
Yeah, Cody Akins, he's fun to watch, and I said it on the headphones a few times this evening. So on both sides of the football, he's just an athlete and a football player, and he gives everything he absolutely has. So that's a lot of fun. But my shout out is going to go to what we call the front five, which are the defensive linemen and the flex players. Because they had to battle, and they were a running team, Eastview is, and we gave them some issues up front because our kids were just playing as hard as they possibly could. Thankfully, that number 0 didn't get too many of them jump ball. He got 1 or 2, but we were fortunate enough to defend the others. And then the other one is the offensive line, because the offense with the skill positions or the quarterback can't do what they do without the blocking of the offensive line.
Next week is homecoming. The boys all said, they're looking forward to a big win. How are you feeling now moving into that?
Yeah, I again, as I tell you each week, I haven't really looked at any Mounds View film, but they are a very good football team. They always are under Coach Moberg there, and they always have been for a long time. So we'll need to be dialed in and ready to go, but we should have a really nice crowd there, so that always makes it a little more fun to play.
Tonight was Tackle Cancer. I felt like we had a really good crowd. How are you guys feeling down here with the support?
Yeah, it's always fun to play with a bunch of people in the stands, and then selling the shirts today. We sold a lot of them, so it was fun to turn and look and see just the pink all over.
I think this was probably our best game. Like, even though we stomped on Burnsville, like, this one felt better because it was a complete game, and everybody did their job. Defense is getting stops, offense we were rolling, run game was working, and every time a run game works, we're more of a successful offense. So today just felt great overall for sure.
How'd you feel
I think I did pretty good. I felt more relaxed and calm just the whole day, and I just had a feeling today would be a good day just because. And in the past, I always kind of caught myself being a little too like nervous or a little too tense. But today I felt calm and cool and collected, and it led to a good play. So for sure, they had a really good defensive front. Their offense had some good players and some weapons. I think they're a great team. They fought, but I think we just wanted it more tonight for sure.
Okay, can you quick talk about mentoring Eston last week a little bit?
Oh yeah, Eston. I love that guy. I met him last year when he was a freshman, and I seen the potential right away. I mean, he plays baseball, so it's all natural to him. And every day I practice, he's always asking questions, and he got an opportunity to start last week, and he took advantage of it for sure. We put up 24 points in the first half, and he was rolling. He was doing his job. He wasn't making any mistakes, and I mean, I'm so glad to see that, and I think he's going to do great things in the future for sure.
I thought we played a lot better of a game than we did last week. We played a lot more physical, mental. We definitely didn't screw up as much, and alignments were a pretty huge thing. And I felt like the ends as a whole did a good job of forcing everything inside like we're instructed to do.
Again, talked about defensively was a little rough last week. How did you feel coming into tonight?
We felt locked in knowing that we were going to change something because there's a standard we have, and last game we just didn't hold that standard on defense, and I felt like we did a lot better of a job at adjusting that.
How about yourself? How did you feel?
I felt like I did a pretty good job, yeah.
Okay. What are you looking for homecoming?
Next, definitely come out with a win, but just to battle and compete the whole time and not take any plays off because that'll kill us.
I felt like tonight was just it's a great win. It's a great team win. I felt like everyone was doing their assignments, everyone was doing their job, everyone was energized, everyone was ready. Because of these last few weeks, we went on a losing streak, but we didn't keep our heads down. We just brought it up and we were just ready to work. I felt like I did my job pretty well. I felt like I was physical. I felt like I was ready every single play. I felt like I knew I was doing every single play. I felt like I always made an impact on the play.
What changed this week at practice after last week?
I think it was just knowing that with the 3-game losing streak, I think it's just knowing that we had nothing to lose. I feel like in a lot of our other games, we were always worried about how the school would feel about us losing and the town, but we're at a point where we just didn't care anymore. We just ready to go have fun.
Okay, what does next week look like for you guys for homecoming?
I think we just like keep it rolling, just keep on working at practice, just make sure we know what we're doing, keep the physicality up, keep the energy up all week.
I think the game was well played. First of all, I think we all came together as a team, especially from our past games. There was times where we decided to go out all on each other instead of the other team. But this game, we definitely came together and stayed as one open team and played to our hardest, and I think that was cool.
What do you feel like you learned about your team, say, from the beginning of the season to now?
Well, from the very beginning, we always knew that we always had potential and the potential to play hard and win games just as this one. And honestly, we could have done better at other times, but just now I think we're starting to realize how good we can really be when we really try and listen to what we do.
What are you going to work on for practice next week?
Me personally, I'm going to work on staying attentive to my work and do my job as well.
Okay. What are you looking forward to next week for homecoming?
Definitely getting out the win is probably top priority, but getting to my assignments and doing my job well is probably what I would like to stick to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my position group, we all came off the ball very strong. We did our jobs tonight, and that's a huge part because we're a really big part of the defense and just making those plays. I feel like our entire defense did a really good job coming together tonight. They all did their jobs. We couldn't ask anything more of them. The DNs were doing a great job forcing everything back up the middle, and we were able to stuff it.
I mean, last week was a very back and forth game, tough defensively, you could say. So what did you guys work on in practice that changed tonight?
A lot of stuff we worked on in practice, I'd say. We worked a lot on alignment stuff, so we were in the right position to make our play and the correct play. And I think at the end of the day, that shows up a lot on film. We did a lot of film study, and we all got a lot lower and a lot more physical with this team today.
Okay. Any surprises you felt like tonight at all?
No, nothing much. I mean, watching the film, we expected them to do what they did, and we were there and we were prepared for it.
Are you going to prepare for homecoming next week?
For homecoming, we'll definitely get up on a lot of film, and we just got to come to practice for the whole week prepared and just fire off the ball and be physical and just know our assignments.
Anything for yourself you want to work on?
I think I'd like to break down a bit more and get more secure tackles, but that's about it.
Felt great. The team was bringing energy. We were all working super hard, and we played together as a team. We stayed disciplined. We did our jobs.
What was rough about Eastview this week?
They got a good offensive line. They got a good offense. The QBs are talented. They're a hardworking team, but we just outworked them. Mentally locked in. I think as a team, we just need to stay mentally locked in and don't focus on the past, focus on the future.
What are you going to focus on for yourself?
For myself, I'm going to focus on just my technique, getting better, and keep supporting my teammates, making sure I'm picking people up and doing what I can do to help lead this team.
Any surprises did you feel like tonight out of your team? Anything you learned from them?
No surprises. I expect this out of our team. Amazing winning team, bringing all the energy. I expect that. I love these guys. They're great players. I expect it from us.
All right.